I can remember the day I found out my brother had been deployed. While I was young, I knew this meant that he would be placed in harm's way. I remember my head starting to hurt as my mind quickly recalled images I'd seen on the news or in movies about war. I remember going to school the next day and putting my head down on the desk. I can still see my teacher's face when he called me out in front of the class for sleeping. Of course, he had no idea the adrenaline and fear that was running rampant through my body. He couldn't see the heaviness, and I couldn't name it. At that moment, he had no idea that I was being impacted by my brother's deployment. There are currently more than 1.6 million children living in military families. This number doesn't reflect the other children in our service members' lives, like nieces, nephews, cousins, or baby sisters. How do we as a society create thriving communities for children whose lives often involve moving, being separated from a primary caregiver, having to make new friends, while carrying around the fear that something could happen to their loved one? What does it take for us to intentionally support their individual needs? Perhaps it starts by being aware of the families around us. Or does it start with a commitment to seeing and noticing? Noticing what's happening in the world around us as a whole and what's happening in our immediate surroundings. Noticing who's being impacted and how. Take a moment. Think about the children in your communities. Do you have children in your communities who have service members? What might they be feeling right now? What might they need from you to be supported? Thinking in this way helps us to be mindful of how the children around us might be experiencing the world, and it empowers us to show up as a supportive adult in their life. So as we celebrate the month of the military child, let's show our appreciation to the children of our service members. Let's remember that their experience of the world can involve challenges and sacrifices we may not be able to see. Then I invite us to go a step further and consider an action we can take to ensure that they are seen, connected, and have what they need to thrive. All while understanding it won't look the same for every child. And to every child of a service member, thank you.